Alrighty. I'm actually here, ready to talk about a bunch of baloney. Let me turn down my music a tiny bit. Let's see, is this a good ratio of voice to music? You guys tell me. Talking. Hey, what's up, Henry? Nice. Alright, cool. Welcome to a long overdue live stream. I do not literally remember the last time I streamed. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. So yeah, by the way, as always, we are listening to Ulas, which is a composer for the game Galactic Delivery. And I've never played the game, but this music is amazing. So, really cool. Jeff. Yeah, I always sort of in the back of my mind call myself Diagrito because I sort of based my channel off of his like parodies. I love that stuff. So, yeah, I'll take it. He was actually up in my area over the weekend. Told him a few bars to hit up. So yeah, what the heck's going on with all this review bombing? I've been reading about this all day, and holy goddamn crap, it's the stupidest thing going on right now in the fandom. Like, I was reading about Captain Marvel, and I think I've actually said in my live streams, or my previous ones, that I wasn't exactly into the trailers I saw. I wasn't like, wow, it's amazing, or wow, it's totally horrible. I'm still going to see the film. But I was super surprised that people were preemptively bashing the film based off of stuff that Brie Larson said. And I looked at her comments, and they really weren't that nefarious to warrant that kind of a crazy response. But yeah, it's just like... It's just so weird. Yeah, review bombing. So, Alex, I just saw your comment there. What's up, by the way? So, yeah, people are going to, like, the... I can't remember what the section's called. Whatever the section is where you can, like, give your thoughts about wanting to see it or not. And, yeah, they were just completely shitting on it. As if it was going to be the worst thing to happen to the MCU ever. And it's completely insane. So, I get not being into a film, but to, like, create a campaign around, yeah, exactly, the want to see meter FN 1189. Thank you. But I just, like, I couldn't believe it. And yes, I do remember, yo, what's up, Sean? By the way, Sean's a man. Just putting that out there. We had a freaking sweet Star Wars talk earlier. Love talking Star Wars with you guys. But yeah. So it's like the whole Parrot Festival of the SJW NPC feminist stuff. I was called a feminist, I think, yesterday for some reason. I don't identify as one, but I'm not against it. It doesn't really bug me, whatever. But yeah, I'm like, what is going on? People are so turned up about Brie, and like she didn't even say anything that insane, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's just dumb to me. So yeah, review bombing is dumb. Hence the title of this. So, hey, what's up, Brandon? Nice to see you. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So hey everybody, wow, we got a lot of people in here today. It has been a while. 27 people are hanging out. This is amazing. But yeah, they're actually starting to do it. I thought they were starting to do it on episode 9 too, because I was just reading another article out of EW that people were starting to do the same thing with episode 9. It's just like why waste that internal mental energy to go onto the internet and let me click off the chat so I don't actually type something insane here, and just go to your keyboard and go. And like, what are you getting? Like, what is the point? I don't know. I think these people need a hug, and they need some dogs to walk, some companionship. So I don't know. Maybe I will do another meditation for Bantha Poodoo for these people to help them just chill out. Maybe. Why turn off the chat for that? That would have been hilarious. You know what it would have looked at? All right, I'll just do it again. I'm going to go crazy. This is what it looked like. This is what I think it's like when people do stuff. There you go, chat. That's what I think review bombing is like. It's as nonsensical as my typing. But yeah, Kevin. Yeah, people are still pissed. Oh, Kevin, was it you that I thought was trolling me on my channel? Sorry about that, dude. I think that was you. I apologize to you publicly, live on a stream. But yeah, people, man, it's so weird what people hang on to, right? What was the last film I was upset about? Maybe Justice League, I guess. I wasn't like mad at it though. I was just super disappointed. And at the end of the day, I just kind of just let it be what it was. Cool. Thank you, moderators, for moderating. A lot of people in here today. But yeah, I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you're gonna, I guess, preemptively obsess about a movie, just don't go see it, I guess. It's not gonna damage the MCU brand, in my opinion. But, I don't know. Oh, that was the film I was thinking of, too. Suicide Squad. Carter Lovejoy, thank you. I could not remember what the name of that movie was called, because I went to go see it. I remember I went to go see that opening night, Now It's All Coming Back, with a bunch of buddies from work, and we were like, oh, this is going to be amazing, and it's going to have like the new Joker or whatever, and we left that theater like, what? And like, sorry, whatever, it wasn't for me, like, if you guys loved it, whatever, but we were like, wow, this didn't work for us at all, and it wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. But at the end of the day, I wasn't, if somebody loved it, I wasn't going to go, yeah, you know what? Like, you're an idiot for liking this, because, like, it was just my opinion, and I wasn't going to go on a website and blast it. It just didn't really matter to me after I saw it, so maybe I'm the strange one. Maybe I should be more obsessed like these people. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. The Snyder Cut. Oh, God. That's been going on for how long? You know what that reminds me of? Sorry, I'm going to cough, guys, for a second. A little bit of a cold. That reminds me of Jacob Suggs. I don't know if you guys watch his channel. He's really funny. He does some really, really great reviews. Hey, what's up, Deadly Llama? Nice to see ya. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. It's like, it's. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's just people are obsessed about the wokeness of it, I guess. That's the term, and I don't even. You know me. Like, I'm not gonna try to get too worried about the bullshit when it comes to like people obsessing about the negative stuff. But at the end of the day, I got to talk about it a little bit, just because I think it's really weird. But let's talk about some positive stuff. Episode 9 is coming out this year. I haven't talked about it out loud without having a script in front of me. And I honestly am surprised that there's no title right now. And I know that we're probably going to get it in April. And for all you fuckers going to Star Wars Celebration, god damn, I'm so jealous of all you. Sometime, hopefully it'll be somewhere I can go in the next couple of years. And yeah, the Galaxy's Edge news. Oh my god. So I'm pretty positive. If me and my wife, we're gonna have another kids we're actually having a girl. We found out we're having a girl. We're going to have a little lady stormtrooper. And we're trying to figure out a name, and we will. Maybe I'll just name her Leia. I think Leia's a good name. I actually like the name Emma, though. I'm a big Emma fan, but we're not 100% sure. But yeah, so once we save up all the money and have all the kids and do all that stuff, I just literally want to go to Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge, and just spend 10 grand there for a freaking week. Just figure out how to like stay there and live that life. Because some of the stuff that I saw from the renderings, from the behind the scenes shots, and when they opened the park for the few guests that went in there, it's not just a park. It's insanely detailed. It's literally the movie brought before your eyes. So that is insane to me. And if I'm not mistaken, from the research that I read, it's literally a canon experience. Like, you go to the park and you're in part of the story that exists during this current sequel trilogy. And that's really freaking cool. So, I don't know. And I also heard that Adam Driver did a bunch of, what's it called? Voice work, I think, for the Kylo Ren dude that's going to be whoever that is. So, yo, what's up, Drunk 3PO? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be Star Wars canon. I accidentally... So, I don't know if I caused a good thing or a bad thing the other day, but I posted a status or a tweet, and I said cheat codes for the old Legends material that we all want to have back as canon. Even though, I agree not all of it is great, and I haven't read every Legends thing. It was mostly Thrawn and a couple Rogue Squadron books and like the Young Jedi books or whatever, or Jedi Knights. But I was like, yeah, all you have to do is bring the books to Galaxy's Edge and then to start reading them on like a street corner, and then it's canon. So I think that'd be really funny. Somebody should definitely do that just for the hell of it. Vincent B, I'm not sure if his VO is confirmed, if that's what you're asking. And Alex, yes, I am. But let's not put any leaks in here today. In concerning the Star Wars leaks, I did talk to a few people that do know J.J. Abrams editors, because I do work in the industry, and that's not some sort of actual bullshit plug. He has two editors that he usually works with, and this guy that we know was shooting the shit with those two of them, and we were all talking on GChat, and he told us some stuff, and I put it on Reddit, and then I got in trouble, then he got in trouble, and I deleted it. So I know some things, but I can't tell you. You can try to read my mind. Good luck. Battle of Galaxy's Edge. Disney shills versus anti-SJW Marvel. Oh my god. Actually, I wish I had a pen. I'm gonna write that down, because that sounds like a skit. That would be a hilarious skit. Oh my god. Galaxy's Edge. Maybe LARP battle? I don't know. I'm just gonna put that down. Hey, what's up, Real Farm Boy? Finally, we meet again. You know me. I'm sort of in trouble and out of trouble all at the same time. But yeah. Oh, dude, drunk 3PO. I'm so jealous that you're that close. I used to go there all the time as a kid. So yeah, honestly, like, I'm just super psyched for it. I can't wait to bring my son there. He just turned 1, by the way. We're both Pisces, March dudes. So we call this month March Madness now, since his uncle also was born in March. But yeah, I just can't wait to bring this little guy and my future daughter to the park and just like live in Star Wars. The Giggle Freaks, that's hilarious. Yes, I am the Schrodinger's cat of trouble. I'm quantumly in trouble and not in trouble. Henry, I don't. I just know a couple very specific scenes. As well as they edited... So this is how trailers work. Let me just get into a little bit of how the world of production works. So when you make, or not production, post-production, when you work for, like, let's say Trailer House or a different trailer company, you're pitching to make work for the client, and this client is Star Wars, so they probably have made 100 to 200 trailers. Out of that, they weed them down to like 30, and out of that, like 10 get picked, and then there's the main 2. You get your teaser and your main, right? So out of the original 100, I was given the script for one of them, and I don't know if that's actually going to be one that's picked, but everything that happened in what I was given aligned with the 4 scenes that I was told, and I was like, oh wow, that's really neat. So I'm really excited for what I do know, and that's it, you know. I think 9 is going to be hopefully a super long film, and something that really does allow people to look backwards on the trilogy, and if you were negative on The Last Jedi, hopefully it makes you to look at it positively. I'm not sure. So Alex, you must have read that thread then, if you're saying that, I think. Just don't say anything if you know anything, okay? Because I did delete that. Just, you know. Do I think the ghost of Anakin Skywalker will appear in the film? And Carter Lovejoy, I just want to say, totally agree. The only thing, though, is that I actually do know this guy hangs out with J.J. Abrams editors. It's a small town when you're an editor, so I think in Knights of Sean will come to know this someday. It's a very, very small community when it comes to production. You end up working with everybody. Like I've actually worked with I worked with the sound guy from Fantastic Four for a Century 21 commercial years ago, and that guy told me all about what happened behind the scenes there, and I felt so bad for the director. I can't remember his name. I think he was supposed to do Solo or whatever, or a Star Wars film, but it was so sad. Like he had a really rough time. So too bad. But yeah. Yeah, there was another. He was a little bad. He didn't say don't post stuff per se, but I guess he didn't think I would. But that's why I deleted it. You know, sometimes you gotta admit your mistakes. So, oh yeah, so it's Trank. Trank was the guy. And yeah, I can answer that, Alex. Did I like what I heard? Yes. I really liked what I heard. And that is selling it short. So I'll put it like that. I feel like this will be literally a film that retroactively makes somebody that might have not liked The Last Jedi go, oh, okay, yep, I love it. But who knows? That's just me. I think I feel like we're getting a Revenge of the Sith of this trilogy for this, you know, for the savior of the trilogy's flow, I guess, for some people. To me, it's completely fine, but whatever. But yeah, I would love a 3-hour cut of this. It would be amazing. Yeah, Kevin, I'm pretty positive this is going to be one of the longest Star Wars films. And that's also an assumption, so don't quote me on it, obviously. But there's so much stuff to get through narratively, in my opinion, concerning Kylo and Rey and Luke and Leia. You know, and then we got Poe, and then we got all these brand new people coming in. So it's like, you can't just give it 2 hours and 14 minutes. There's not enough time. And knowing how J.J. Abrams paces his films, it will not feel like 3 hours. It'll just feel like rapid fire, non-stop, you know, it'll feel like J.J. Abrams. It'll feel like The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens did not feel like it was 2 hours and 16 minutes or whatever it was. To me, it was just like bam, 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 bam. Oh my God, the movie's already done? God damn it, I need to watch it again. So, I just saw something about Kyle Katarn. Yes, Kyle is one of my favorite dudes on YouTube. I love that dude. Really, really cool guy. Very positive guy. He really stays out of the BS. And me and him, hopefully, will be doing something fun together soon. Someday. We've talked here and there. And I have not seen the newest Resistance episode. But I hope a bunch of you guys watched me and my niece reacting to the Resistance trailer. She hadn't seen it yet. She's seen a couple of episodes of Resistance, and my sister doesn't allow her to watch the Clone Wars or Rebels if they come on. It's a little too violent for her. But Resistance is fine. And she was super psyched when she saw that. It was awesome. So it was really cool to see her like really pumped about watching that. And yep, there is another somehow, or sometimes the BS tends to find us. Yep, completely agreed. So, oh yeah, Darth. Actually, so Darth has said, The Last Jedi is slow but well paced. The Force Awakens is fast and well paced. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. There are some bits that I've always said in The Last Jedi that I find a tiny bit clunky. Specifically, actually, I was talking with Knights of Sean about this. We're talking about the Canto Bight pacing a little bit, and then we were also kind of diving into Rogue One a tiny bit, which was one of those movies where like the intro is just kind of a random festival of planets. But yeah, I would agree. I would say overall, The Last Jedi is kind of a slow burn film. It's very slow paced. Oh, hi, Mark. I love when people start making references to The Room. It's a brilliant film, and brilliant meaning it's so bad that it's like it needs to be studied. I hope that's like the last thing on the planet left when like, you know, whatever comet in 2 billion years hits planet Earth and everything just like turns to cinders. I want like one version left of The Room somewhere that's like sticking out of the ash of civilization, and then like aliens will come down. They'll grab that, they'll put it in, and that's how they will learn about humanity from Tommy Wiseau. Alex, I have a Rose Tico bobblehead. So I like Rose. I think some of the stuff Rose has said, or I'm sorry, some of the stuff Rose did in the movie was, you know, a little derpy, I would say. But other than that, like, it wasn't anything different than other Star Wars derp, or Star Wars camp, as I put it. In Misconduct, I've not seen Best Friends. What is that? I'm not sure if I know what that is. Oh yeah, my wife is supposed to... That's my wife, everybody down there. Erin. Say hi. Everybody say hi to Erin. And say, I hope that you're feeling okay with the baby and everything. It's been a tougher pregnancy than the last time. She's hanging out in the stream, though. Oh, hi, Erin. Yeah, she's hanging out with my son upstairs. I think he just got a little drum thing for his first birthday. That's so funny. Everybody's so nice. I really appreciate you all. Yes, pregnancy is hard. I know nothing about it. I try to understand it. I just know it's a thing that happens, and then people come out of nowhere. It's like insane. Oh, Giggle Freaks, I'm all set. I love any kind of drum beat, even if it's a wacky bad drum beat. I'm good. I did not hit her. Oh God, I could quote The Room all night. We can't do this. Tommy Wiesau's gonna find me in what's it called? He's gonna do a channel strike. Wasn't TLJ the Revenge of the Sith? I'm not sure I understand the question. Um, hey, funny, the Deadly Llama, my bassist used to play in Motorhead for a little while. Fun fact. Well, no longer my bassist, but when we were in a band last year together. Yeah, you know what? You know what though, Alex, about the smaller communities and all that stuff. I'm a big fan of like the biggest community besides Star Wars Explained, obviously to me, is Eckhart's Ladder, and I love when that dude goes live and he has his chat stream going on. He's such a funny dude. Um, and if you guys don't watch Eckhart's Ladder, he just actually passed 400,000 subscribers. Just make sure you go and sub to that dude either way and watch his videos. They're so well thought out and so just clear. It's pretty wild how good that guy is at just communicating. It's insane. Like, I'm a lot older than he is, and he can just communicate like a boss. It's insane. So, Carter Lovejoy, that is a good question. Why does everyone say Rots is the best of the Star Wars film? Well, I would say I haven't heard that too often in my sphere, but what I hear often from the prequel crowd is that, like, the one they seem to like the most is that one. All right, Brandon, it was nice to see you, dude. Hopefully, I'll catch you on the next one, and you're a mod for life. Enjoy work. That's me trying to be a German talking in English. Oh, wait, did I miss the Star Wars Refuge showing up? I missed you showing up, but either way, hi. I can't wait to watch your video after I watch The Resistance, because that's literally what I do every time. I watch Resistance, and then I go to your channel, and I watch your review. You have my full-time support. So yeah, Alex, my favorite prequel is The Phantom Menace, and I believe one of the first videos I did in this channel was the ranking. You know, everybody does their ranking video, right? They do the top 10. And my favorite out of it, and it probably was because I was 12 when The Phantom Menace came out, and that was my first, like, official new Star Wars experience, like, besides going to the special edition releases. That one just, like, blew me away. And I still love putting it on now. It's so good. It feels the most lived in. To me, it feels very much George Lucas. And it's also got a bit of ADHD going on, but they kind of like, Lucas kind of got to do whatever the hell he wanted and whatever. I still like The Phantom Menace so much. And I actually really do think Attack of the Clones, that first act of Attack of the Clones is unbelievable, and nobody can make me think otherwise. So, oh, it's too bad, how rude. I mean, I can understand giving up on Resistance because a couple of the episodes in the first half of the season were a little whatever, but they finally went full tilt into the dark side, in my opinion, and it's now, like, really cool. It's now feeling just like a lot more of what I expected out of it, I guess, and it's, I don't know, it's just working for me. It's really finally clicking. Just reading a couple comments here. Oh wow! So your first movie theater experience. So Deadly Llama, Episode 3. That's amazing. You were in full Vader cosplay. See, I was just saying to my family the other day that I want to, or maybe not the other day. I can't remember. Maybe a week or two ago. I wanted to Yeah, exactly, Google Freaks. I was just like, it grew on me. So yeah, I wanted to get a full Stormtrooper outfit. I want to start building one. I think that'd be great. And I just want to have that as my forever costume for Halloween. And then I just really want to have, hopefully my kid likes Star Wars. And I would be so pumped to dress him up like as a little Darth Vader or like a little Stormtrooper or a little Luke or something. It'd be so cool. But yeah. Do I like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures? Oh yeah, I think those films and the old cartoons were amazing. It's like perfect '80s camp, or actually like '90s camp. So, but yeah, I love those films. They're supposedly doing another one, but I don't know how true that is. Um, Honestly, like I'm a big fan of Keanu Reeves. Like I know he's not the best actor in the world, but I don't care. Like John Wick is the greatest thing, and I love John Wick, and I love The Matrix, and yeah, I would love to see Keanu Reeves as an older Kylo Ren. So that would be freaking amazing. Um, oh God, Giggle Freaks. I'd actually be okay with it though, because I do like Star Trek. My dad was really into Star Trek more than Star Wars, perhaps. But my dad was the guy that introduced me to Star Wars. So so yeah, I know a lot about Star Trek. I think Next Generation is a very underrated show, even though it's super campy. But some of the best stories, like sci-fi stories, happened in Next Generation. So yeah. Yeah, I'm super hyped for part three. I actually never saw the John Wicks in theaters. I just kept on. Um, yeah, just sorry, I just lost my train of thought because I was reading something that got retracted. It's my bad, everybody. Yeah, Next Generation is great. It's really good. Oh my God, Samuel L. Jackson is Captain Kirk. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. So I was reading British Tyrannosaurs. Yeah, I mentioned that episode 9 will be the Revenge of the Sith of the sequels. So what I meant by that is that seemed to be for me and my experience of the people that I talk to the most about the prequels, and it doesn't seem to be the case actually in the chat, but they seem to just say that like Revenge of the Sith retroactively made the prequels fantastic somehow. And I can sort of, I guess, see why. It's a little bit darker and gritty, and it really is a great film. But yeah, I don't know. It's just people's preferences, and I think what's going to happen is like it's in a what basically happened was George supposedly took all the fan suggestions or the feedback, and he finally implemented them into the last film. And while I don't think um, while I don't think that J.J. Abrams is gonna retcon things from the Last Jedi, and this is also based off of the things that I know that I talked to with my friend that knows the editors that work for JJ. He's not like retconning anything, but he's also, he has an ear to the fandom as well. So he's probably gonna do some things as well to sort of give everybody the best experience they can, and I'm completely okay with that. What I'm not going to be okay with is if people actually freaking like change around, Luke's death. If they're like, oh, he wakes up and it was a dream, I'm going to be like, no. No. So hopefully none of that ever happens in episode 9. But I do think J.J. Abrams is paying attention. He has, he's figured out how to please everybody. And I think that's what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna nail it. And this is me being completely optimistic. So, yeah, exactly, Carter and FN. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, and I don't think he's that kind of guy. And to be frank, I think J.J. Abrams really does like The Last Jedi, regardless of what some videos say that he really thinks. Unless he says otherwise, always take the person's word for it. That's how I live. And yes, Henry Lewis, Robot Chicken parodies? Yes. Honestly, I've wanted to do similar things on my channel, and I just don't want to get like a copyright strike. But I think it'd be really funny to do stuff like that. I have so much Black Series toys. I actually just got a Moloch, so it'd be really, really awesome to do something like that. So Did anybody happen to see John Campea posted something, and it was about the potential titles for episode 9, and I literally laughed so hard at what those titles were. I think one of them was called like Victory. I really hope none of those were the real ones. There's like, I don't know. I really liked Rise of the Resistance, but now that that's part of a ride at Galaxy's Edge, I can't imagine that that's going to be what it is. So, yeah, I feel like it's got to be something about the Force and balancing. Who knows? But like, I kind of want to go back to this skit of that I tabled kind of because Star Wars Newsnet made something a little similar, and it was Bob Iger and JJ just kind of arguing with each other over potential titles, and I think it was funny. It got a laugh out of Eckhart, which I was like, if he laughs at it, that's probably a good sign. So maybe I should make it for you guys. You know what? I'll make it for you guys. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not any of those titles that I saw from John Campea's tweet. So they were just so weird. Oh yeah, Knights of the New Republic. I actually did like. Was it you that wrote that, Sean? On Twitter? You know, honestly, I see so much Star Wars stuff every day that I'm like, what the? I don't even know who did it. But that's a great freaking title. I would very much support that title. Imagine if that's what it is. That'd be pretty funny. The Force Collides. I don't know why that makes me think of When Worlds Collide. That song. When Worlds Collide. Or I don't even know. Who is that? Who sings that song? Episode 9 Disney SJW versus anti-SJW fan. That'd be hilarious. But the other thing too, for episode 9, I really, really hope that we do go back to Jakku officially. I haven't heard anything about that. But from that picture that we were looking at, that one picture that has been released, that wrap picture, I'm like, that's got to be Jakku. So, I don't know. Yeah, Legacy of the Jedi is actually a great name too. I like that. Legacy of the Jedi. That's actually kind of interesting because this trilogy has been sort of like naming itself with like things from inside the other film. Like The Force Awakens has The Last Jedi in its scroll, and The Last Jedi was the title. So like people were like, maybe there's something in the scroll, in the fanfare, that's going to be the title for episode 9, which would be actually kind of funny. Yeah, definitely Jakku or Tatooine for sure is going to be something involved. Like, especially reading about Galaxy's Edge and like that sort of market that they have going on, where like they're talking about things being reminiscent of Jakku. I feel like the Force and it's like I can't, for lack of a better word, like religiosity, that it's kind of like that whole Church of the Force thing, I think is, I feel like it's going to be a big factor in 9, in like mysticism and the Force and all that stuff. Or at least, you know, it just seems like it, just based off of a lot of stuff with Galaxy's Edge. So that would be really cool to me. It'd be interesting visiting like a dead planet. I know Luke did that in a comic. He visited Jakku. Mecha Luke. Dude, Mecha Luke is the best, one of the best skits Hello Greedo's done. He has so many. He's a skit genius. I wish there were more Star Wars skit people. And he is a badass. I wonder if he is making the follow-up video and like what he's going to choose from that Twitter thread when everybody was like, Mecha Luke does this, Mecha Luke does that. That'd be super funny. Oh yeah, and the shit sucker. Here, let me show that. I have a couple words, by the way, in case your comments kind of get muted here and there. I just have a few certain words blocked, just in case somebody comes in here hot trying to stir the pot. So, just in case you're like, why did my comment get blocked? And here's a perfect example. There we go. I gotta show that. Shit sucker. That would be actually... you know what? I bet, Kevin, I bet there's going to be so many videos called that soon. Once, like, the trailer drops. Like, I have so much anxiety around this trailer dropping and, like, what the hell's going to happen with YouTube. Like, YouTube's already gotten rid of comments on kids' channels, and Rotten Tomatoes gotten rid of a certain aspect of their website. It's like, what's next? Like, what is going to happen? What is going to be the thing that just, like, cancels YouTube? Like, what sort of insane thing? I don't even know. It's going to happen, though. It's a volatile place. How do you guys like the sound of the synth jizz in the background? Is it still nice and soothing? It's not too loud, right? Oh my god, yeah. That's the other skit I'm trying to finish too, this end of the freaking world skit. I have this skit of, like, what I think might happen, like, if people still debate The Last Jedi in, like, 2,000 years, like what would those people look like through evolution? So, I don't know. I need to make it. And yes, Carter, I love jazz. I'm a drummer. Classically trained in jazz, but actually mostly played drums for skate punk, metal, and, like, emo bands. Played guitar a bunch too. My SoundCloud, actually, let me try to drop it in the chat. My SoundCloud is all over the place. But everything in my SoundCloud is written by me and performed by me. And I just burped on a live stream. I had to, I'm sorry. There we go. There's so much crazy stuff in there. I've actually, yeah, speaking of metal, yeah, so I don't know who Nightwish is, but let me go down the list of some of the like, well, let me be careful with saying metal. I guess, like, I love that song CAFO by Animals as Leaders. They're one of, like, my favorite bands, period. Love Metallica, although I don't really think Metallica is metal. They're like thrash punk to me, like old stuff. And then I love stuff like Defeater, which is more like new hardcore. And then what else was I was really into Thrice for a long time, but that's not exactly metal either. It's kind of just like super heavy post-hardcore, like, I don't even know. And then I was really into this band called the Red Chord for a while, which is kind of like death metal and just like stuff all over the place. And then yeah, Star Wars Refuge. I was a huge Thrice fan, and like super huge Thrice fan. But yeah, all that stuff. I was one of those super into everything dudes in the 2000s. There's everything emo or metal, anything going on in the Warped Tour. So who knows? 0 hour. Yep, that needs to be another thing made. Yeah, how do I not have 1,000 subs? I don't know, man. YouTube is a funny place. I don't expect much out of it. I have a fun time doing it. You know, obviously people on a YouTube journey here, they want to do two things. They want to see if they can create something, for sure, like a following, and have fun talking about the thing they love. But for me, I feel like this is a way for me just to have an outlet for my creativity and talk, and like just get to meet people and like talk to more people that love what I love. It's just super fun to do this, and if I never get to 2,000 subs, it's not going to bum me out. You know, it's like I just get to make stuff, and it's great. So I don't know. And the fact that like, actually, yeah, Stuart, I think Stuart was the first sub. You were my first sub, I think. I don't know. And then maybe my wife was my second sub. Yeah, everybody. So anybody that knows that from underneath, hey, wait, what is Ness saying? I'm confused at Ness's comment. Am I hating on somebody? I'm usually pretty cordial to the Star Wars stratosphere, unless it's like an obvious troll channel, but that's obviously an opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, is the chat going off the rails? Yeah, I haven't really been. I've been just kind of staring at my background as I talk. Well. Oh, a troll channel? I honestly, my least favorite Star Wars channel of all. And they're not even a Star Wars channel. I think they just exist because it's a trending thing right now. Specifically is Robot Head. And it's a really weird channel to me. I'm not sure I understand how the guy has so little content but such a big following. It seems a little nefarious to me, but I don't know. I don't know what that guy's issue is. He seems to think everything happening now is an issue with Star Wars, and while there was one video where he was talking about the Resistance bombers, and I was like, yeah, you know, I thought the Resistance bombers could have been better utilized, but I still loved like the whole intro of TLJ and the fight at Dakar and everything. And even I felt, like I said, I follow Eckhart, and he talked about why the Resistance bombers made no sense. Like, I agree, but I'm just not going to platform my distaste for something in such a hostile way. I'd rather have fun and poke fun at things, I guess. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So, yeah, negativity sells, and it's like, you know, tabloid YouTubes. I just don't want to be the tabloid YouTubes. And it would be so easy to do, but I don't want to do it. And that's also why I haven't been uploading as much. I've been sort of honing in on specifically my favorite stuff to do in the channel, and it's really boiled down to a couple things. Doing these live streams, talking with you, and talking about Star Wars and whatever questions you have for me, and then making you guys laugh. That's the next most important thing. I love making the skit videos when I have time. And then other than that, I've been just really enjoying exploring how the Force works. Yeah, that too, Stuart. I definitely took a break that week for sure. But part of this, the slowing down, was me trying to hone in on what's going on with what I'd like to do. So, because, you know, sometimes a channel has to get a little focused and figure out, you know, what sort of message and niche am I going to carve out for myself, or what specific thing do I want to give that people haven't already gone over, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like, what sort of new information and fun stuff can I talk about that will be funny and engaging for you? So. I'm just reading British Tyrannosaur. This fictional dumb Star Wars thing, just something I haven't seen before. Well, yeah. So, getting back to the review bombing cycle of things and people not liking things, I just don't get. I don't understand the adult reaction. Like, and I'm specifically talking about like people my age, like 25 to 35 somethings, right? People that have a following and people that have influence, like posting negative, crazy stuff, and like it's all based on nothing. So I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't see the point other than trending in a topic to get clicks or something. That's really it. So yeah, Stuart, I'm kind of with you, and it's like, it's one of those things that it's like a bummer to keep bringing up in the fandom. It's like, why are people still doing this? But I don't know. Ooh, wow, 45 people are watching right now. I haven't even looked at my metrics. So here, wow, that's pretty cool. What was I going to say? Can't believe it's already 4:50. I'm going to keep going for a little while, guys. I'm not done streaming yet. I'm going to go for a little while. I want to hang out. So here's like, yeah, CinemaSins. Oh, I don't like CinemaSins, guys. I like, what is that channel that makes fun of them? Everything Wrong With, or whatever they're called. They're really great. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, so this is what I want to know from the people that are real into the MCU, because I have to be frank, like I don't know everything. Like I'm so into Star Wars, I know so much shit, but in terms of the MCU, I just don't know enough. Like, has Captain Marvel always been a point of contention like this? Like, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the answer is no. But it seems, I don't know. I just don't know what the answer is to that. And I think Shazam looks freaking awesome, and like, but the trailer still kind of felt kind of iffy to me, just like Captain Marvel's trailer or whatever whatever the hell I saw. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Everybody's become too, or a certain kind of person has become too impulsive in terms of how they just react to everything, I guess, these days. It's just like, I think Hello Greedo said it best. Like, how do you have the energy to exist throughout the day being that angry at a movie? I don't know. But then again, people are still mad at The Last Jedi 1 year later. So, yeah, exactly. How rude. Like the trailer to me didn't do much. But to me, it just seems like the film's gonna be fine. And I also don't get the logic of people saying Brie Larson's words cost the movie money. What money? Nobody's gone to see it yet. You know? So, I don't know. This is just me riffing on things that I think are nonsense. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm a big trailer buff, so like I'm a huge nitpicker of trailers. So, because I like making my own fan ones when I can here and there. I'm a big fan of Tara Stone. I don't know if you guys follow Tara Stone at all. He makes super awesome trailers and really good Star Wars trailers too. So I don't know. Weird trailers are the best. What is the weirdest trailer I've ever seen? What is the weirdest trailer I've ever... You know what? Have you guys ever seen the Mario Brothers movie? That was probably the weirdest trailer I've ever seen in my life when I was a kid. I also feel like that movie's extremely underrated for how ridiculous it is. Yeah. How did I become an editor? Wow, that's an interesting question. I'll give you the full story. I was I was a philosophy major in college. It's me, Mario. I specifically will only do the N64 Mario. So I was in college, and I was just a musician. I was thinking of majoring before I landed on philosophy. It's story time, everybody. So huddle around, get a cup of milk, and get your animal crackers, grab your blankie. Let's do this. So, I was a musician, going into college, wanted to be a sound recording engineer. That required a lot of calculus, and I was like, I was not good at calculus. So, in pre-calc, I got like a C, and I was like, I'm done. So, I realized the other thing I like doing is thinking. A lot, or just like overthinking, overanalyzing, thinking about thinking. And I was like, maybe philosophy would be really cool. I ended up getting super hooked into philosophy, and I majored in that. And I was required to take a journalism class, and this journalism class required me to create a show with a public access channel, or work on one there, interview people, and work on a channel switcher and all that stuff. And the second I sat down behind like the chair of the channel switcher in the director studio, I was overcome with a feeling of like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. It's really hard to explain, but having complete control over what the person sees and doesn't see and when they see it was super rewarding to me. It's a really strange thing to, I guess, express, but from that moment on, I got so obsessed with filmmaking, editing, cinematography, and was still a philosophy major. So I was already way too far into finishing college. So I decided to go to that public access station. I said, let me intern for you. I interned there for a year, learned everything I could about editing and cameras. Then I got a job there. Then I officially was working in editing. I used to do all those Channel 2, whatever, public access things, whatever. It was like the most horrible stuff. And after that, interned at another place, got some more skills. And then eventually I got into advertising. And then I started working on Google, JetBlue, Acura, everything. I learned actually what it means to be an editor and a creative and work on big stuff. And then for a while I was working at a company called Wayfair and making all their ads. And that was really cool and learned a lot from them too. And now I'm on to the next thing. So yeah, basically, I am a self-taught editor. I just taught myself to do everything. That's it. That's the whole story. I just got obsessed with it. And I just went to I luckily got the right jobs. So, and if I didn't go into advertising, I would not know how to edit as well as I do now. And it's pretty crazy. So yeah, now I'm just making stuff. And YouTube was the next thing that I really wanted to do. I was thinking about it for a long time. I was like, yeah, exactly how rude. I'm a Boston dude. Exactly. So, yeah, now I'm going to be doing some freelance, and then I'll be, going on to a new job, a little more of a mom and pop thing. So, something a little more my speed, smaller company. I'm not really into a giant company anymore. Then I'm getting older and have kids, and I don't like commuting for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's too much. A little bit closer to home. Have I edited anything you've seen? Most likely. I mean, definitely some Wayfair commercials. Any from the last 3 years. And I would say maybe 6 years ago, a lot of Google ads. Like, there was a Google ad I worked on with Cookie Monster for Google Play. But yeah, I bet you guys have seen some stuff. But it's so hard to remember, like, without dropping links. I don't want to drop links in here. But yeah, I do have a website, though. You can go to nickbrecken.com. Actually, I can at least drop that in here for you guys. Here we go. You can look at my really crappily made site. Hold on. There you go. So yeah. Wow, it's 5. Can't believe it. It doesn't feel like I've been talking for an hour. How you guys doing? You guys still good? Still feeling fresh? What mic am I using? I am using it's actually called an AT4040, which is hilarious. Audio Technica. Oh, nice. So it's not too late for you guys. Well, I guess 10 p.m. could be late, depending if you like going to sleep now. It's 5 p.m. where I am. 2,300 hours. Nice. Yeah, the AT4040 is a really good mic. I used to use it as a room mic for when I recorded drums. It's a great vocal mic. It's just really good for everything. I highly recommend it. And it's pretty affordable. I think I got this for like $300. Now, but this was like a long time ago. This is like 8 years old, this mic. So let's see. What is one last thing I'd like to discuss concerning... Oh yeah, I actually wanted to continue talking a little bit about Galaxy's Edge. And one thing that I think is pretty insane, and this is from another thing that I was reading about, is that they have like a ton of animatronics, like hyper-realistic animatronics in this marketplace that you can go to, where you're going to be surrounded by like aliens and like people in costumes and then the animatronics. But when I looked at what they did with Hondo and how fluid his motion was, it's completely insane. How amazing he looks. It looks like you could use that in a movie. That's how good it looked. It was creepy how good it looked. Oh, did I miss a question? Let me read this from Misconduct real quick, and then I'll go back to the Galaxy's Edge. Ed, did you talk about Topher Grace's Star Wars trailer he edited yet? If you did not, did I like the trailer? I did love it. I think Topher Grace is an unsung hero for a lot of people. He has a secret cut that he has never released, but he let a few people watch, of the prequel trilogy cut into like one movie, and the word on the street in the Hollywood people's ears is that it's amazing. And I completely believe everybody that's told me that. I just wish that we all could see it. He is obsessed with Star Wars. So I created a hashtag, release the Topher cut. I want that more than release the Snyder cut. But yeah, so just to circle back real quick with Galaxy's Edge, and then I'll answer a couple of these last questions. With Galaxy's Edge, I you know me, I love aliens, specifically like the Star Wars aliens and all that stuff. I loved the aliens on Jedha, and I thought Solo had the best ensemble of aliens, like without a doubt so far, out of Disney. And I think what's going to be happening here is, like, I'm probably going to be overwhelmed the second I go to this area in Galaxy's Edge, because it's just going to be populated with these animatronic aliens and all this stuff, and it's going to be so realistic, and like it's just insane the amount of it's crazy the amount of detail they're going to make sure that you are immersed wherever you are. It's insane. I don't know. It's going to be overwhelming when I go, and overwhelming in a good way. And hopefully I'm not in line for 45 minutes for everything I go to. That would be way too lame. So let me get to a couple of questions before I have to head upstairs and be a husband and a daddy. Am I currently reading any Star Wars books? Alex, I currently actually am not. I'm reading Dune. I'm actually rereading Dune because Dune is one of my favorite things ever, and I want it to be refreshed before I see the next couple of films for Dune coming out, because the guy that made Arrival, I believe, as well as Blade Runner 2049, I think it's the same guy. That guy, yeah. I can never say his last name. I just can't wait to see his take on this film, because while I like the 80s film, it's not exactly fantastic. Denis Villeneuve. I don't know. I said that with a French accent. I hope you guys could hear that. I tried my best. But that guy is just amazing at what he does. Blade Runner 2049 blew me away. So now I'm reading Dune, wrap my head back around all the lore and everything so I can be fresh. So when I go into seeing that film, I'm just on cloud nine, just like completely understanding everything. You know what? How rude. I actually have never attended a con in Boston. I've done one in Salem, though. Or, I'm sorry, I think it was Beverly. And I would do a fan meetup, Stuart. For me, it doesn't matter about the amount of subs. It's more about, like, could I logistically create something where that could happen? I would love to, without a doubt. I would do it now, if I could. But yeah, it'd probably be like a little scary if like 905 people were like, "Hey, let's hang out all at once." I don't know. Maybe I'll do some public speaking before we all hang out someday. But that'd be pretty fun. We can all go to Disneyland. Well, the question is, can you guys put up with me? That's the real question in real life. No, you can. I'm pretty relaxed and chill. But yeah, I do want to, in terms of Star Wars books, I'm pretty much just waiting at this point for Master and Apprentice, and Thrawn Treason. And I wasn't really interested in Alphabet Squadron at first until the new information came out and talking about how it was going to like span a few different mediums. So that's really neat to me, and I definitely want to be checking that stuff out. Hey, what's up, Everett? You're catching me at the end. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. Alphabeti Spaghetti. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, The Last of Us. I need to play Last of Us. Everybody that knows me is like, Nick, why haven't you played Last of Us? You are doing the wrong thing, Nick. Play Last of Us. Because I finished Battlefront so long ago, and I was so disappointed at the end of the campaign. I don't really actually go online much in terms of... I don't have time to go online anymore in terms of the Battlefront, so... Yeah, I don't know. If I had a PC, maybe I could do that. Well, you know what I would do? If I could... You know what? Maybe I will get a PC. Now I'm just talking out loud. Thinking out loud. Maybe I will get a PC for Jedi Fallen Order. Because that would be really awesome to be able to like actually play a game and hang out with you guys at the same time. Because honestly, like that's why I love going to Hello Greedo streams when he's playing a game. It's just chilling. We're just all hanging out. But yeah, I'm really curious. I'm really curious about that game. I hope it's good. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you, Stuart. EA has not done great. It's crazy how amazing Battlefront 2 looks. For such a lack of story for the campaign. Like, I get it. They're investing in their online community for sure, and that's the main draw. But for somebody like me that can't do that as often, I just wish it was a little bit better. I wish it didn't bounce around as much in the middle. I don't know. The first couple milestones and stuff are great, but that was about it. And the add-on when the First Order is taken over is actually kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. The middle part's okay. Yeah, Stuart has the best thing there. The game looks beautiful, but it's full of bugs and lacks so much content. Yep, I agree. It was crazy. I bet you guys know what this song is. This is, I think Calogredo uses this song all the time. I didn't mind Iden Versio's character. I'm speaking to the Deadly Llama. I just feel like it was just weird how you went through the game's narrative to me. I don't know. It just didn't. It just was odd. It was strange. So I've been streaming for 1 hour and 12 minutes. Probably gonna head upstairs, guys, and I think I need to go watch Resistance. Because everybody is telling me, or I've been seeing everything on Twitter saying it's amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch that, and hopefully my hair falls off in excitement because everybody seems to be super pumped, and I'm so pumped. But yeah, so I should be back doing this again next week because I plan on doing this weekly, and if anything comes up where I can't do it, I will make sure to let everybody know on Twitter. And yeah, this has been great. Thanks everybody for hanging out. And if you were new here, it would be great if you could like the stream and subscribe. I will have a couple of videos coming out this week. I have a whole bunch of scripts written that I just need to get done, which is an issue. And yeah, I just need to get them done. Editing takes a little while. So may the force be with all of you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. And thank you so much for hanging out. AdAdChat is signing off.